On tonight's show, we meet the Studio One viewers battling it out to become Dubai's next top chef.
Everything you need to know about getting ready for those holiday vaccinations.
Advice on starting up your own web business.
And in a double dose of cooking this evening, Chef Enzo blossoms in our kitchen.
This is Studio One.
Live. Welcome back to the show. And now, well, most of us have got used to spending money on the internet, be that booking flights, paying bills, doing your banking, ordering DVDs, booking tickets, booking books, booking bookings, making restaurant bookings.
But, plenty of people have made money too, of course. And the man in Dubai that hopes he can make you an online millionaire is Amir Anzour of WebpreneurAcademy.com, and he joins us now. Welcome to Studio One, Amir.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. And I guess let's start with the term webpreneur. What does that mean?
Webpreneur is essentially a internet entrepreneur, right? One of the things that we teach in marketing is if you can create a term and just be known for it, then amazing, right? If I said the word entrepreneur, you think about Richard Branson. If I say webpreneur, I'm probably the first person that you've met that started using that term. So just like Kleenex took over the tissue and Hoover took over vacuum, we're hoping that we'll take over the term webpreneur and teach people how to become internet entrepreneurs.
Which leads me to my first question, which is, you know, okay, I'm one of the millions that watched The Social Network recently. Does everyone have to be somebody who programs, somebody who comes up with a unique idea like Facebook to become a web millionaire or not?
Well, the power is actually shifting away from the nerds, the computer nerds, to the brand builders, right?
Okay.
So if you can build your personal brand, for instance, online, you can market yourself to get a better job. I mean, almost every recruiter will look you up online before taking you on. And e-commerce has become so easy now to set up your store and try stuff online. As you're saying, almost all of us, especially in Dubai, are buying stuff online. That means someone is benefiting. And now it's become so cheap and easy to start a business. It's something that I think almost everyone will do. Rather than putting money in a bank account and just getting little interest, they're going to start their side businesses, experiment, and do that.
It's
right?
fascinating, isn't it? Because I'm sure you do it, I know I do it, and I'm sure you can prove to us that everyone does it, that, as you say, if you find out about someone now, you Google their name, don't you? That's the first thing you do. It used to be you try and find out other sources, but now you just go to the internet to find out more about them.
Sure.
It is the best resource, absolutely. It's readily available. It's 24 hours. You can't beat it.
No.
And you can use that to your advantage. So, you know, people love looking into other people's lives, for instance, right? So in the old economy, we used to read about Tom Cruise or Julia Roberts or Brad Pitt, people we've never met before, right? And the magazines told us they were the important ones. Now, in this new economy, we're checking out our friends' lives, right? So how do I use that, for instance, to my advantage? I can start posting pictures about my business in the making. So as I start Webpreneur Academy, I start building it up. Or if you're starting a bakery, you can start doing the marketing before you even have that physical restaurant.
Sure.
So you're building up traffic and customers. And the internet is another salesperson working for you, right?
So can you give us some of your best examples or success stories?
So success stories are, you know, students that come in, like the Collagen Company. So a lady came into our camp, Roz Martin, and she was passionate about health and beauty and these products that make you look younger, right? Now, typically, it costs so much to start a business, she didn't know how to communicate it to the world. So she comes in, starts the Collagen Company, and starts marketing it now all over the world. She was working for a big pharmaceutical company at the time, and now is able to leave that big job to start promoting it full time. So, you know, this is an example, right? And a lot of people are using it to help build their training businesses, or they're entrepreneurs already. They're looking to grow their businesses, and they're starting to use it much more smartly online.
You know, in recent years, we've been educated about paperless offices and bits and pieces like that. I mean, is the office necessary these days or not?
I think it depends on your style. for me, myself personally, I think working always in the box, it makes you think in that box, you know. So in order to be creative, I like working different places and with different people. I think people still need to meet on the online world, offline world. So even though I'm a webpreneur, I spend a lot of time building relationships with real life people.
Face to face.
And we have to forget about, you know, just so many of us let that computer and that little screen rule our lives. And, you know, it'll look insane to a Martian with someone, you know, living there 40 years looking in front of a computer. You have to do both and master, you know, this, for instance, I'm doing now offline PR as well as online. And if you can get the combination right, you can really be successful.
Absolutely. Now, Amir, say I have an idea. How do I have a lot of bright ideas, but one in particular, and I want to use this research, use this tool. How are you going to help me?
All right. So firstly, I would say don't give up your day job, right? And the thing is, don't be disappointed if you go look at that idea and someone's already doing it. Because 99% of these ideas, someone's already doing in some format. So realize that's a good thing because you can copy, edit, and then improve and then go for that idea. Now what I would do is surround myself with positive people that are going to encourage you to make that idea happen. So one of the big keys is, you know, you go home and you tell your parents or your friends, I've got this great idea. They say, oh, that's so stupid. That idea has been done somewhere else. And then you go, oh, I can't even try it. So take some steps to making it happen, right? Right now, when you have a job, you have a steady cash flow. You've got to work the evenings. You've got to work the weekends. You've got to do the research and make it happen. It's not just going to happen overnight. You know, this overnight success, it's not that easy. You've got to put in the hours. You've got to learn, educate yourself, and fail cheaply, right? So rather than investing in a business license and an office and nice furniture, start a prototype. Start small. Get your first customer. Then you start growing it that way. Test it on your friends. You know, start selling it before you put in a lot of effort in you know, investment into that idea.
So there's no get-rich-quick formula in .com?
I haven't seen it. You know, I see it on sales letters online.
Burst your bubble, Tom.
Yeah, but you got to put in the hours. I mean, this is what we teach because it seems so easy, and it gets to a stage where I can press a button and make some money. But the thing is, in order to get to that point, I put in years of work and research getting to that.
Well, the capital you've invested individually from the hours, as you say, but what about investment capital? How much do you suggest someone invest into a startup?
You know, you can start with a website for free even, right? So you can go to somewhere like WordPress.com where you can start for free. You can, if you want to do an e-commerce business, you can start with $57. That's about 150 dirhams a month using shopmarkas.com. So if you go there, you can start your e-store, right? So it's quite cheap to start that. Now imagine you're starting to sell your products online for 150 dirhams. You can start just using Facebook. So it's a couple of hundreds of dirhams that you can start. But the investment is more on your time.
Hours.
So you've got a choice, either time or money, right? If you don't have the money, put in the time and do the research. Now, what do? I go on to sites like Odesk, where I've hired people in Philippines, in India, all over the world, without having to pay for them to fly over, pay their visa. I can hire students for $5, $10 an hour. So you can start really, really cheaply and then grow it from there.
Don't give too many of the tricks away, otherwise they won't come to the course. I mean, you know, so
it's valuable information, absolutely. But of course, you have your website, webpreneuracademy.com. You offer courses, online courses, where you do educate people on these different tactics and techniques where they can be successful online.
Yeah, what we've learned is also doing offline camps. So, you know, if you just go, there's so much information online, and there's so much free information. There's overflow.
Too much information for us this evening because we've run out of time on this one. But webpreneuracademy.com plus your personal website, which is amiranza.com as well. So thanks very much indeed for being with us. All the best with the programs, and we hope to speak to you soon as well.
Thanks for having me.
Speaking of the web, in fact, our Facebook page is more popular than ever. the fun doesn't need to stop when the show's off air. Get yourself over to Studio One's Facebook page right now for all the latest from Sabs and I.
There you'll find all of our delicious recipes, exclusives for our viewers, and your chance to win amazing prizes.
It's also the best place to check out behind-the-scenes photos, chat with Studio One's global family of fans, and interact live with the show.
Go to facebook.com/Studio One Live and get involved now.
Now.
Some great stuff coming up on Dubai One this week.